Hello everyone, hopefully audio is okay. Just redid all of my... Wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Just redid all of my office setup, which is really fun. Hello Honey Pop, welcome, welcome. And I'm redid my screen, so hopefully I can keep track of chat. It's on a different screen now, but we've got more screen real estate, which is the exciting part. And I finally got a green screen and a new light, so I'm blinded and trying to figure this thing out without blinding myself. Don't look up. Don't look at the light. All right. Well, today I'm excited because it's been like 3 weeks since I've been able to stream with vacations and traveling and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited to work on Comet and really get going on Comet. In my off time, I've been playing with some Unity stuff, but now I get to really start. That was my room. That was my office. I got a green screen now. See? Look, I'm gone. Yes. So, but I am cheating, and I did take a video of my office. So when I'm on my full screen mode like this, you'll notice that you can see a little bit of artifacts on this side. That's the shadow, because I don't have proper lighting yet all the way. I need to get one more light to get rid of the shadows. But now, oh, and my hands are green because of that. But yeah, now I don't have to clean my office every time, and it still looks like I'm in my office. But that is my office, and I did a video, so that way, if you look, my animated picture is still animated, because, of course, why wouldn't I? But, either way, good morning, Lachlan! Alright, so I want to start working on Comet again, and on my way back from vacation, I was working on a branch on doing some cool new stuff with one of the controls that scares me and scares me a lot. So I was working on a text entry, an edit box style thing. So the text field, I think, is what it's called in Comet. Right? Text, I don't remember. Text something. Text field, I think, is what it's called. Hey, my simulator's on the wrong screen. So I started working on that, and I started doing it in Skia. And there's a couple reasons why that is really, really scary to me. One is that's a very complicated control. Let's look at a couple of the nuances that I'm really, really worried about, especially on iOS. iOS does a ton to make this control awesome. One of these has text editing. Binding sample I know does. Oh, yeah. So if you like press and hold, notice that gets bigger, and you can do all this fancy stuff. Wow, yeah, that's craziness. And then if I do it on a different form, let's go into the settings or something. I'm trying to find one that's out. Can I rename my phone here? Oh, they don't let you rename this. Okay, let's go to an, does this have an edit screen somewhere? Add account. Let's just say I'm going to add a Google account. Yes. All right, so text fields, if I type stuff in there, when you press and hold, you get that, oh, do I not get it in the web view? All right, I'm not even getting the control I'm looking for. There's that magnifying glass. There's all the tap to pop up, like autocomplete and select all and all that stuff, and that scares me to death. Even just doing text editing scares me. So let me go back to our sample, and let's see how far I've gotten. This was a couple hour plane ride, and I have merged in the latest dev. We've got plenty of cool pull requests before I was working on this, which is really, really awesome. Thank you guys for sending in pull requests. It's nice seeing a project start getting pull requests. Oh, it's the space bar. You're right, Honey Pop. The space bar. Let me see if I can trigger that here. That's different, though. That's an even different thing. If you hold the space bar, that gives you the fine control, but it doesn't give you the magnifying glass. But yes, there's that, too. That is scary crap. And I haven't even started figuring out how to do all that. But what I have done is we have this text field, and you can do that. And I don't keep the old cursor where it's at. I notice that's what the native one does. You'll notice I still do have it to where, and I can type here and move around. That's as far as I've gotten. I'm pretty proud of that. That was really, really exciting to even get that far. Let's jump into that code. And I want to keep working on this control because I'd like to try and get it added in. So the text field handler, I did add in a new thing for when the text changes, reset everything. So that way, whenever the text changes, we just know to reset. That made it to where it was able to do some really easy things. I added a caret position because we need to know where that caret is. You'll also notice, oops, didn't mean to click that button. I only have one on here, but I did make it to where when this loses first responder, and probably doing, let's add a second one in there. All right, so let's go. And I kind of want to add a border by default, but that has to come with styles. So we'll add a style in, which will instantly give us that border. Samples, let's add borders manually. Is it called a caret? Did I spell it wrong? It could be 1R. I have no idea. It is 1R. I can't spell. You are correct. Thank you. Let's rename this. That's one thing you'll learn about me is I cannot spell, and I am going to spell things wrong all the time. Comet. Oh, I didn't save it. Why is my... There it goes. Oh, I don't have my hotkey stuff up. Keycaster. And now where do I put that? Because I want to make sure it's in a good spot. Put it maybe right here. That's next to me. All right, we'll go with that. I wish that thing would always come back in the right spot. Never does. Okay, and then is this thing glitched? Because it says 2 changes and I'm only seeing 1. GitHub app. Don't do that to me. All right, we're not checking in that nonsense. Caret position. Hey, and look, I even had the code that says get caret info right in front of me and still spelled it wrong. All right, so this control, the only thing extra it really had over a text field though was it had the caret position. And after that, I set some defaults like I always have on there. Accessibility is just going to get the text out. I do have the same text block. I mean, let's put these side by side to show how similar these two things are. I might even be able to make them derive from each other. I just didn't want to deal with that. But yeah, like shockingly similar. The abstract things at the label. Oh, that's the wrong text field. That's UI label. Wrong text field. That's why I couldn't find anything I was looking for. All right, put this here. Now we'll start seeing, no, I'm in iOS. Let's go to, I know where this is at. It's in Skia. Skia, handlers, text handler. That's the one I want. All right, now this still does have the same property mapper stuff. And look, their property mappers are basically identical, except this one's text and that one's value. Yeah, touch enabled is false, whereas this one has enabled. I actually did copy and paste all this code at first, and I was like, why won't it work? And that one bit me. But yeah, these are alternated for some strange reason. The get intrinsic size, I just leave it as I don't even need to do that because it's not going to change like a label does. That's code's just missing. And I didn't do insecure yet. Need to deal that. Maybe that'll be a fun one to do today. And then, yeah, text block. Super, super, super easy. Like, this has a couple extra things. On view did appear, I want to change if the caret is visible or not. And I probably should rename that instead of just right now. Am I using that? I do a thing in here if caret, oh, I have a caret is visible and an is visible. Interesting. Oh, that was for animating the cursor, whether the cursor should blink or not. It does have an animation to do the cursor blink. Again, Comet animation was super simple. All I had to do was like, when we start input, originally I was doing it whenever it's visible, but I'm like, no, we don't do that. These things only blink when you're actually editing text. If not, you just show the text. So that's why that old is visible is there. I didn't remove that old stuff. But I say, hey, on start input, we just animate this thing, set cursor percent between 1% and do a duration of half a second. Now when we're drawing this thing, all I have to do is say, here is the cursor color. I lerp between an alpha and the current color based on that percent. And now it just does that awesome fading effect for us. So excited with that. And yeah, that's where I'm at so far. It really didn't take much work at all. I did need to figure out the API for our text positioning stuff. So I'm doing both. I'm recreating everything from scratch as well as using the native implementations. So both. I like doing all the work more than once, I guess. So yes. Um, but with this text block had a hit test where I can pass in X and Y, and then it's going to tell me what the closest point index is. And now I know what my caret position is. It's really, really, really easy to draw that now. I was quite happy. And even when I'm drawing that, I can say from that hit position, if I get the current caret info for that position, it gives me back this object, and this one will tell me where to draw that. I can say cursor.caret rectangle, and I'm done. I was really excited about that. Like, yeah, that was not hard at all to implement. All right, so we were going to go and add multiples of these, and we're going to add a default border right now because I don't have one. And I just want to make sure, I hadn't checked that the animation stops on one and starts on the other. That may not work. We might need to fix that. All right, so Skia control samples this one. Let's add a text, oops, wrong copy and paste. I've been doing Unity dev in my vacation time, and now I'm using all the wrong key presses. All right. Oh, I'm not debugging, so we're not going to actually get the updates. All right, let's also, while that builds, let's do border, a rounded. We can just do rounded border. And we're not going to leave this style here. It's fine where it's at, but we'll just say that. Is that all I have to do? Rounded border, it requires radius, color. We should give it a color. Okay, so let's leave it at the for color is color.light gray. And we should fix that so there's not two with identical things. All right, so go into Skia controls. All right, so that is drawing a border now. We could use some default padding in there. That would be nice. But again, we'll do all of that with the style stuff eventually. Color dot light gray. And that's something else that we can probably do on the stream today is add styling in for text fields and things like that. I still need to add those in for the slider because right now the slider is only these colors and we can't change it because I haven't done styles. All right, so text field 1. Oh, the animation, it did it, but it just stopped blinking. Okay, that's easy to fix. Let's go to that text field handler, and now on the end input, caret is visible, cursor percent equals 0. I think that'll do it. No! Why didn't that? No, it doesn't like that. Int cursor percent is a string. How so? Oh, it's the environment cursor percent. I have to do set environment. That's right. That guy. So we'll just say this dot set environment percent to 0. And now, check it out. Now it's working. No, it's not. All right, we're going to debug. Oh, I should do that after I remove the animations. That would be smart. Order of operations matters. All right. Yes, I kept it snowing because it actually is snowing. If I was to show you outside my house, it is white. The temperature right now is -3. When I woke up this morning, it was -9. Yesterday, the high it got was like -5. It is cold, and all the trees are very white. The dead trees actually are the coolest. When you see what these things look like in the winter, I wonder if there's good pictures of that. Alaska trees frozen. when it gets really, 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 really cold, our trees do this. And it's like, I didn't believe that, but yeah, like imagine that. Yeah, it's awesome. That's really small. Like they're getting big and like really, really big because the branches, which were small, are now like really frozen out. And so it looks awesome. Yes, and that is Fahrenheit, not Celsius. It is cold. All right, so let's see if this works. All right, that was it. I was doing it. Oh, come on. I'm having a race condition because sometimes it does it. Sometimes it doesn't. Although this one's not responding at all now. Put a breakpoint. All right, remove. Why am I not getting... Okay, that one is start. Okay, let's check IDs. So this one is this.id. All right, 8C4. You guys can't see that. And then this one is... That's a different one because that one is C3. Why is it not blinking? All right, so let's tap out. That one's going to remove them all. So let's just say, let's look at the animations. There's an animations thing in here. If I go down enough inside of view, view has a list of animations. It has one. This is the animation that should be doing the blinking. As finished is false, duration is 1. Duration should not be 1 on any of these. Press play. All right, so this animation is now happening, and it should be calling t.setEnvironment over and over and over again. Maybe there's something weird with my auto reversing. Let's go to the call stack, jump to here. This is where it creates it. Let's debug animations. Why not? Step through, changed properties. I should have a property changed of the text field, cursor fade true. Right. All right, it is at 0.99. Oh, I know the problem. It's barely blinking. Before we animate, we need to set it to 0 always because of the weird state I've gotten in. Oops. I can't copy and paste today. How can I code if I can't copy and paste? All right, so remove all the animations, set it to 0 first, so that way it will fade from 0 to 1. That's right. This one, remove animations. Now I am going to be... I don't have a way to... That shouldn't even do anything async. It just jumps right in, gets each animation, removes them. So if I do it right after, this should always work, but at least now they'll fix themselves. If they do get off, minus 19 Celsius. Is that 19 Celsius is what? -3? Said it's been -10 past few days. -10, -10 F2C. -23. Ha! Yes. Do you know what the worst part is? My kids have to go out to the playground until -10. Anchorage School District will let the kids go outside down to -10. Once it's -10 and below, then they can stay inside for recess. Not for me. I feel so bad for them. All right, we can move this breakpoint because we want to make sure this is working without pausing. All right, it fixes, but it's still getting off. We might be do a little bit of ghetto code in here. That's setting it. All right, I am going to add a slight... Setting that environment should trigger a redraw too, though. Let's just see if this fixes it, because I'm 90% sure that's a race condition. 50 Fahrenheit. That is hot, though. That is hot. Oh, this should be... No, that's not. It should be 200. Right. I need to remember what APIs I'm working with. Okay. See if that fixes this. Wonder if we should do styles or keep working on this text field, because I do want to get this better. I kind of do like how there's two different caret positions that iOS lets them do. Tier, nope, wrong one. Why? Okay, so this one, let's check its ID. Alright, so I'm going to copy and paste this ID. I know you guys can't see that, but we're going to copy that. And now what I want to do is put a breakpoint where this is our caret rectangle. Actually, what I could do, I should be doing this. Oh no, I'd already do. That's the other one drawing now. Setting the environment should invalidate and cause it to draw. My task.delay, that should still. Let's just do this. I don't know. This comma. All right, let's do that. Move breakpoints. So what I'm telling it to do is after we set that, I shouldn't have to do that. Setting environments typically will force it to redraw. And we are setting end input, caret is visible as false. So even if that's blinking still, mind is blown. All right, that's working. Got it stuck. All right, so now here, check what these changes. Changed properties is still, did I not? Something's going on with the animations are still firing. With us doing remove animations though, there's an animation still firing somehow. But this is synchronous. I mean, we can even go to that. It's synchronous. It doesn't even matter. Let's run this and see if I can break it again. We'll put a breakpoint here and see if that's happening after the fact. If that is, I'm really confused. This is why building your own controls is normally frowned upon. So much work. It's getting lighter. So weird. All right. Remove animation. Well, that's interesting on that. I have two huh. That's interesting on that one, it nulls out the parent. All right, so now on our text field, I'm gonna do it on both. Oops. All right, so that's that one's remove. Removes both. Well, that's interesting. So that one does its remove, calls the one animation. All right, this one does its. Look at that. How is there not an animation there? End input. This is 6.4. Oh. 6.4. All right, so this one's 6.4, removing its animations. So I can just do it right here. This one is 6.3. This dot animations, which shouldn't have any. Okay, that's right. It doesn't have any. Now when we do this dot set environment, this doesn't do anything asynchronously, does it? It does the property changed on the main thread, but the value should have already changed. So what's going on? That's the redraw. So that should be fine that that's not happening on the main thread. I mean, already, yeah, that it hasn't happened yet. All right, so now I press this. Now this text field handler, if we go down to the root, it should have the non-public right here, non-public. It has its not state textual object. I thought that's where the environment stuff lived. Not static. There's the. Oh, I'm still in view. There we go. Non-public. Local context. This should now have a dictionary. Cursor fade. Why is that set to 0.99? I just set it to 0. That is insane. Race condition. Oh, got it broken again. So let's jump into where we set that. This is our animation setting it over and over and over again. We'll see it's barely setting it a difference. So let's do here where it removes all of our animations. Oh, I need to put breakpoints back. We'll remove our, I have breakpoints. Did I reload code? I did. I hate race conditions. They are always fun. But what's tricky is that setting the environment there isn't doing it. All right, so now let's jump into here. There's no animations going. All right, so at this point, contextual object, which we're on the main threads, that's going to fire instantly anyway. Which it did. Actually, what value? It's 0. No. Contextual object. Let's go to the watch, add that in there. Why can't I paste that in there? What is going on with my context? All right, let me do it if I'm not. This is infuriating. How can you cannot paste into there? Ah. That's all right. It auto completes and then doesn't add it. Fun, fun, fun. All right. And again, I did move my chat window, so if I don't respond quickly, I'm sorry. I hope I'm trying not to miss those, but hopefully I don't. All right, so context, let's go here. It's setting it on the different field. Text field handler, key, value. Evaluation failed. How'd that value not get set? All right, so it did set. It says it set. I wonder if I'm doing cascades on one and not on the other, which would send it to two different areas. Which it technically shouldn't. So this doesn't have it, but it's in the context, which is all right. I'm setting it in two different places. That looks like it's my fault. So this dot set environment here all looks the same. Now when I'm pulling it out, I'm on text field. Create text block here. This dot get environment. Default is true. All right, we're just gonna have to debug deeper. I'm just blown away how we're getting to where I'm setting it in 2 different places. Well, let's remove this. We're going to get lots of that. Get lots of those right now. Key values being set. It already matches. Run, run. Skia controls. Let's get it broken. It works so good most of the time. Now it's broken. It seems like once it breaks for one, it breaks for both. Now this actually cascade should be false. Now when we're getting it, we're also going to change it to cascades false. The cascades, what that does is says whether or not it should apply to its children, and a text field doesn't have children. That fixed it. Because I was reading and writing from 2 different dictionaries. And if I hit tab, oh, tab's going to actually type in there. Interesting. Delete doesn't work. Arrow keys don't work. Do they work in iOS ones? Because that needs implemented. Never-ending set of stuff to implement, guys. Alright, so binding sample, I think, has a text field. Yes, arrow key works. When I hit tab, it goes to the end. Because there's only one entry. But it's doing something. I bet there's a protocol I can implement to do this. Wait, space jumps to the end? Is this not editable? Okay, I can't type in it. More issues. More issues. Let's jump into here. It's funny, I'm actually noticing from my camera, it looks like I'm looking in the wrong direction when I'm looking at things, because the inverse. I wonder if I should inverse my camera. Then I'm looking the right direction. Can I do that easy? If I go... I don't know how to do that without messing up the stream. Oh well, not going to play with it. That's a thought. Actually, I could check here. Let's inverse. Okay, I should play with this later, actually. I am getting distracted. Let's go back to my code. Focus. Focus. All right. So text field on iOS. Ha! Discord is so slow. Or not Discord. My if this then that thing just now said I'm live. Only been live for a while now. What has it been? 40 minutes. All right, so that's the dispose. Handling, edited, changed. So we must be doing something crazy in there. Why is type native view nothing? That did not add a space in there. Actually, that's interesting. You can't click into the middle of a word either without doing... What is it doing? Now I gotta try that on my phone. Does it really do all that? That is so trippy. I know tapping into something has always been hard. So you can't even tap into a word. Press and hold, then there's the space, press and hold. I can at least click into something and hit spy. Okay, arrow key, space. Let's do... You know, I wonder if I'm doing this wrong. He's just a standard system event args. Nothing comes out of there. But type native view should have the text. This is a UI text field, and it did not insert the text. Wonder if there's a property set? Editing is true. And how in the world does that not type? Okay, well, I don't want to jump down that rabbit hole. One at a time. All right, so on my text field, I now have, whoa. Did my space key get stuck? Or is it because I was debugging? Text handling input works here. I wonder, delete key does not, backspace does. I wonder if I should implement some of that same logic to where it's only word select. I mean, it's fine with the whole space trick you get, but I'm wondering, with a mouse like this, I should be able to just click like this. That seems right. All right. For now, let's just go look at some iOS text input. They're not called interfaces. They are called protocols. Let's go check which protocols we have. I like having this more space. All right, so this one will give us the text position stuff. Conform must create subclasses of these. All right, so the text range is going to be the selection stuff. How are we going to do all this in Android? There's lots of these. Right now, I've implemented one of them. And I don't even like how I've done it all the way. I'm going to do something fancier. Right now, in Skia iOS, I added on the iOS control. No, Skia view. I had all this tech stuff. Now, I was smart about it, and I did do it for the response to selector. So this code's going to be added to them, but it will never be executed. I did this one. Which one did I add? I added UI key input. So we have UI key input. Which just gives us all the autocorrect stuff. Hey, how's it going, Jack? I'm just checking what other things I'm missing on this. Could have sworn I threw something for the selectors. No, I was toying with it, but didn't. Oh, it's exciting. Everyone's getting ready, getting back to work and hopefully enjoying it. Project's going good. I'm drawing a text field pixel by pixel and fighting how to make the input stuff work properly on iOS. My delete key's not working though, only backspace. No arrow keys. I wonder which one's gonna give me which one gives me arrow keys. So that has insert, delete backwards, has text. All right, we have that. And that inputs does this one. This is the text traits as far as the keyboard input. So that's where those came from. What's text content type? I don't see that here. So I'm reading through the iOS docs trying to figure out how to make all this stuff work. UI key input is inherited by text document property and UI text input. I wonder if I need to drop or jump up to this one. IUI text input. Let's see what that does. That actually should break compilation because this is a higher up one. This will give us some more interfaces. Let's go see what it added. Wow, that added a lot. All right, let's add all the new stuff to the bottom. This is why this control has scared me, and I have not built it. So I'm actually building a framework right now, not an app. I'm building a cross-platform framework. Couple cool things about it is it works, like I said, cross-platform, works on iOS, Android, Windows, UWP, WPF, and on the web via Blazor. And I'm working on a Skia backend for it right now, so it'll actually look really nice on Linux. And you can have the same look or feel cross-platform everywhere, which is kind of cool, I hope. And it's just hard to get it right. So I'm working on actually building some of these controls outright. Some of them look amazing and are awesome. If I go into here, I think it's going to blow up now. Oh, no, it didn't. So, like, this is all drawn. Pixels are drawn. Same with everything on the screen is drawn. Whereas these ones are all drawn by the OS. So, all still OS thing. But yeah, so this is just my sample project that I'm using to build this stuff. It's got an animation framework that does all these little fancy things like that. But just building out a UI toolkit. It's a lot of work. Those text entries work, so I must be doing something wrong on that sample. But what, I wonder? Yeah. Fun. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Not actually building an app. I tend to build apps on Wednesday. I'm probably going to get back into building my music app again on Wednesday. I've neglected it for the past 2 months. All right, none of these actually hit, though. Let's put some more breakpoints in here and see if I can get any of these things to trigger. I wonder if these will get triggered by pressing... And actually, can I, in the simulator... Let's go back to the credit card demo. If I push and hold space... No, I can't trigger that arrow key thing. Let's turn on the keyboard. Alright, so I can trigger that. Alright, so now if I go into mine, why did all these... There we go. Let's go and try triggering some of these things, if I can, in my own custom control now. So inside the Skia control sample, that did. Weak input. Uh-oh. Oh, I have more not implemented stuff. I didn't move everything down. Alright, so which one was that? So many things to implement. This is scary, especially trying to think how to do this in a cross-platform manner. Because I don't want this to only work on iOS. Alright. Weak input delegate is what blew up. Sorry guys, Lego emergency. You know how those go. Alright, so this input delegate, typically we have the weak delegate. I figured that would just be this. I wouldn't have to actually set that. We're going to... Alright, so now the weak delegate... Oh, no. I don't even know how we'd set that. We're just going to leave it as it is. Setting is not implemented, because you can't set this to that value. And we don't have another control to set that to. Oh, I was playing with all my stuff. I should make the chat fade out eventually. I was making everything fade away. I'm trying to make my streams look a little cleaner. Yes, I added snow, but that's temporary. Figured it was fun. Whoa, 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 that's getting some infinite loop or something. Or something really slow happened. No, it didn't. All right. What is a UI text range? Marked text range. Is there a new UI text range? I don't even know what any of these objects are. I am learning deep inner bowels of iOS that I've never played with. This is probably just going to say character this by this. So it's a UI text position. What's a UI text position? A class that adopts UI text input protocol. Try newing this thing up, see what happens. There's nothing in the overload. Start equals new. All right, well, what properties does it have? Nothing. Start cannot be assigned. Then how do I create this thing? Well, this is a conundrum. If I can't assign anything, has anyone ever used this in Xamarin? So from range, that's interesting. UI text range though, that's different. Oh, you have to subclass and make your own. That's not fun. Position from position offset, which returns another position. Alright, I might not keep working on this today. This is boring and not fun. The thing is though, I need to implement all of this stuff if I want these controls to be fully accessible, which is just lame. But I need to do it because I need accessibility is important. It's just really you're just like, oh, I want to implement some stuff, and it's like here's everything, and all these classes that you have to subclass to make your own. All right, we're gonna undo that because I'm not dealing with that today. Way outside the scope of what I wanted to do. All right, well we fixed the animation stuff, so let's submit that code and push that up. Uh, all right, so we've done that. We'll push that up. Now, maybe work on the styles. Styles are fun, and they're needed. I've been avoiding doing them. It'll make this text field look better. I wonder if I should merge this branch in. Oh, wait, well, I just pushed stuff up. I thought I didn't. I didn't. I reverted stuff. All right, reload from disk. Okay. All right, so for styles, I wonder if we start. I'm thinking of merging this in. It can't hurt. Let's get that merged in. It's pretty good. Let that run. Let the build run. Make sure that goes. It should be fine. All right, so we'll close all that stuff. Let's jump over to dev now. Make sure we're on the latest. Should be. Wonder if I need to update some packages soon. All Skia stuff. All right, so inside of this, we have samples. We're going to dig into how the samples work for this. Or styles, not samples. Style. All right. So we have a style for each of the different things. Right now we have button and navbar and text. We need to add in the slider stuff. So let's start with the slider. I will call the slider style. Now what these have is, you'll notice that each of these has this style aware. Style aware is really cool, and it lets you specify things per state. And the built-in style doesn't really have much in there. It has the text footers and styles and all that. But I do have a material style, which has a lot more things. And then we also have a Skia style. Skia style. All right, so the Skia style is just going to set some default stuff up there for me. And eventually we're going to add into the Skia style, we'll set the defaults for the Skia slider. And the Skia button and stuff. Or actually, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't even set things in there. We'll just have defaults that they can grab from. Unless set. All right, we might do that differently. Okay, so slider style has a couple of different properties. Let's look at our Skia slider, because that'll give us the best example of what all we have, because we implemented it there. So the slider handler will draw a few different things. It has the fill color. So that's for drawing the track. It has the track color. It has the progress color. And then it has the thumb color. And then I think everything by default gets the... Oops. I want to go to handlers. Like, oh, we are going to have to add border. That's not for this, though. All right. Well, let's start adding some color things. All right, so we'll go into the slider handle, slider style. Paste one of these in here. All right, so instead of back, and we might, I wonder if it will need a background color. I almost need a base view one that is going to have background color, because we don't have to add that to everything. Because most controls will have the border, the background, and things like that. Let's jump into the root. I might be refactoring styles here. Make it a tad bit cleaner. I liked where we went with it, but I didn't finish it all. So on here, iOS handlers, let's go to the view handler. The view handler automatically does background, border, shadow, clip shape, and overlay. What's overlay? I don't remember what overlay is. An overlay shape. All right. So what we'll do is we will start there, and let's do a new style for view style. And view style, let's go, close that. We're not going to need those. We'll come back to all this. Button style has background, border, and shadow. Nope, wrong hotkey. Thought it was that one. One of those will work. All right, so now we have a shadow, we have background, we have border. Probably should throw clip shape in there. So this is clip shape, and then there was one more that I overlay. All right, so now that we have that, that's actually going to be nice. I'm going to need to make things handle that. So now we can go to button style and get that for free. Navbar actually doesn't get any of that. Maybe it would. It's going to ignore it on like iOS and Android. But that may come into play for other things. All right. Throw that into styles. All right, so now let's go to where we apply the style and hook that puppy up. So we probably need a view one. So we'll do one of these like we have for this, except we're going to make it slightly different. And we will also say view style, and then we'll also say type I'm debating whether we set that to null, so you can just say, hey, all views get this. That drastically simplifies that one. And then what we'll do here where's that button coming from? Those aren't static or anything, are they? Where's that? Oh, from that button. Okay. So I think we'll follow it similar to how this one does it. for applying that text style. So if we're going to set a default view, I wonder if we can set this environment. So if we do this, okay, that's smart enough. Perfect. So I should be able to just pass into this that object, and if it's null, it's going to apply it to every view. All right, I like it. And am I missing one? View style had, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, perfect. Shadow background overlay clip. Oh no, there's only 4. How did I miss that? So border, clip, shape. Let's put them side by side because I am not doing good with my short-term memory. I saw a thing on Twitter about like monkeys and their short-term memory and how like chimps have like insane short-term memory. Like basically they all have like photographic memory. And apparently we probably could have, but we gave it up for speech. Kind of nice to have photographic memory sometimes though. All right, so clip shapes view, we have background colors there. Border is not, no, borders, border. So buttons do it differently. So I might not want to lose buttons because buttons, of course, that makes sense. They do things fancy. So, and now we need one of those for border. All right, so I'm going to go back to what we just changed in style. I'm going to keep all those. View styles, view, comma, navbar. There we go. And now navbar doesn't need to set the background color. Oh, that sets it to a different place. I wonder why. That may change later. That's right, we'll go with that for now. So now we've refactored the styles so that way we can share code, share more code. We have backgrounds, all that fancy stuff handled for us automatically. Now we have our slider style, which we can start working on. Slider style is going to just need color things. It's going to need, we might want to do something for the size of the thumb too. That could be pretty cool when you touch on it, it gets bigger. Although I may have done that when I did my thing. Skia style handler. Skia handler for the slider. Did I make it get bigger? No, I talked about doing it, but I didn't, did I? That's right, we can make that work. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so instead of text color, this needs 4 colors. We need the track color. We need progress color. Thumb color. And we could do a Skia one that has like even the shape. So you could change the shape super easy on that progress thumb. Although it's easy enough for you to override things, but it'd be kind of cool if we just handled that for you. We're going to stick with that. That's pretty good. All right, so now let's go to where we apply that style. And we'll add a new one in. Apply. And I know this looks odd that we're just applying it to any old view. The reason is that view can be null, and this is how we handle things like propagating. So if you ever wanted, you could set a style on your root view, and it would do it for all of its children. So that's why this can just be set to anything. We're not really picky. All right. Now we're going to need to add some environment keys. And what ones did we just add? We added track color, public, on string, spell that right so I don't have to get called out on it later. All right, so we've got our color. Now let's do public const. I should actually make that a string. And we'll throw that in there. All right. So now we have our environment data. We can jump over to here. I'm such a copy and paster. All right. So now we're going to do our slider style. All right, slider, new. Okay, bum ba dum, do that. You know, we might actually make these more efficient. No, I like the idea of, never mind. So I'm just thinking about using this in use cases. If someone creates their own style and they have things set as null, which is valid. There are times you're going to want to set things as null. It's going to overwrite the one its subclasses. In that case, they could just override the apply style stuff. I don't know. We'll deal with that. As long as that's all documented. All right, so we have that style set as default with nothing. Now I was doing set slider. Here we go. Slider dot, we need to think about the ones we have. We have track color. As long as we apply this in, we're going to get our background colors for us. Oh, wait. This needs to be type of, let's make that not optional, so you have to say it. And if you're ever saying it as null, you're implicitly saying null. I just messed up on that twice. No, that is... We don't have a type called navigation bar. I'm not going to pass that on for now. Because we don't actually have a concept of a nav bar inside of Comet. So I don't have anything I can even set that to. And I'm going to start typing these out because I'm worried I'm going to forget something. Slider dot, so we did that. Let's do progress. And key is environment keys dot slider dot thumb. I think that's all that's left, right? Track thumb progress. All right. Now what we can go do, not that, we can, oh, apply styles never called. So right here, whenever you call apply on this, we have the button. I think it doesn't matter the order of these. We'll just throw it in here. Apply slider view. Done. Really fun. All right, so now slider styles are done. Let's go hook them up. All right, so inside of our slider, so what I'm thinking about doing is I don't know if I want to set defaults, but what we can do is we're going to go hook this up inside of our, mine's going blank, our material stuff. We'll set those up there and we'll verify we're doing that right. So what I'm going to do is have default colors for each of these. Default thumb and okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. So thumb, track, progress. And these are all floats as in like point, not 255. So we're gonna have to convert these. Or I could just leave the SK. Yeah, we'll do it. All right. It'll simplify the code if we convert these from alpha. So let's just do 97 divided by 255. We're just going to do 0.038. Is that right, or are these at a 255? Now I don't even remember. No, 1. Okay, I was right. So let's also, and we're doing the track. We're going to copy and paste this up here. I'm even doing the wrong one. So track, we have that, and is that, sorry, let me move that over so you guys can see. We'll do 3 is like nothing. Like, is that even 0.011? Go that way. And then 218 divided by 25. 0.855. We'll just do that. And then 197 divided by no. And you could use hex strings. I just don't know what the hex values are for these. So 0.772. All right. And that was the track. All right, so let's go find the thumb now, or find whatever's next. Okay, so that's track. Progress is next. And 197 is the last one. We know what that is. All right, none of the 3, we know that. Actually, I should not do these out of order. I'm going to confuse myself. All right, 255, that's easy. That's 1. So 1, 3, 218 is the only one we don't know. And that is, oh no, we already did that one too. This was super easy. Why did I even do that? Okay, so 0.855F. Now let's go find the thumb color. All the same numbers. Is it identical to this one? Good. All right. Now we can delete all these. I just had them there for reference. All right. Now let's go to where we're using these colors and make sure we do it right. All right, so right now we're getting this fill color, right? Bar fill color. Clean up some code. And here we're just going to what we're going to do is, wait, is SK color not? Okay, so I don't want to use that. It's the paint I want to use. There we go. Make sure we dispose things. Here for this color, we can now do this dot get. I haven't added the stuff for the slider color. Maybe we'll do that. All right, so I don't know, maybe we'll add some of these in here. So right now we have these get background colors, right? For types of views. I haven't added a bunch of these for other things, but we might. What's the difference between that one and that one? View type. We don't really care about the type one. All right, so we're going to throw some of these down here. And here, we're going to delete that one. That's not the one we need. For here, we're going to say track color. Now this, oh no, type is not right. So I did the wrong one, didn't I? There's another one. This is the, no, background. Yeah, this is the one I wanted. All right, so we're gonna do, just to make sure I get it right. So track color this. All right, perfect. Where this is slider. And then we're gonna do this one. That one doesn't matter. We're just gonna put it on slider though. Ooh. That way it limits the scope down so we don't see that on every control. Because it should, oh, this shouldn't matter either. I don't, yeah, we're just gonna do that for now. Limit some scope. All right, so now we have track. Let's add in progress. All right, and we're going to do one more for the thumb. All right, that's looking good. Now we can go to our slider handler. Not this. We need to go typed virtual view dot get or this is track. All right. And now the color, we know default track color, comma, this dot control current state. Dot to sk color. There we go. That looks right. So that will now get our fill color. It's going to go check all of our style stuff. If it doesn't, it'll then use our default color. Or not even just style, but people's personal overrides. Let's delete this thing. Cleaning up names. All right. Is that a disposable one? I love that C#6 syntax. Just put a using. Hey, dispose this when we're done. Oh, I messed up. No one's paying attention and told me what I did wrong. Use the wrong one. All right, fix that, fix that. We're good there. All right, that's looking good. I like it. That looks right. Now I don't need those. Those should all be gone. That was old code that was translated from an automatic generator thing. That way I could draw these appropriately without having to do it myself. All right, so let's run this now, and our slider should look the same. Then we can jump in and actually play with some settings. Right, and run. Hopefully that style stuff looks good. I think it will. I think I like it. Anyone else working on anything fun for the new year? New projects, new things starting up? Anyone else still paying attention? Am I alone? Oh, come on, I told you to run. Maybe I just built. I do think today I'm going to order a new mic though, and not use this little dingus anymore. Get like a nice arm mic and a good sounding audio, like better mic, so you can hear me better. Isn't that what you all want? Or me. All right, so let's go to our Skia samples. That's not right at all. I did those colors backwards when I translated them. I did them straight. A is the last one. I was like, those looked funny. Hotkeys. Alright, let's run that. So why did I stop? I have hot reload. I always forget I have hot reload. I think I like the new layout where it's more screen, less me, less nonsense. Show you more code. Whoa, that's not quite right. I thought that alpha was different. That's the raw, oh, it's a greenish now. You know what? Let's do this the right way. Instead of using those weird colors, I have a sketch file that I'm getting all these colors from anyway. Oh, I don't have a trial. I paid for this forever ago. Okay, let's bring up 1Password off screen. It's where I keep all my CD key or all my keys. CD keys. I'm old. I know my password. Maybe I do. Oh, okay, there it goes. All right, so software. Found it. All right, registration complete. I'm like, it's never been a trial. Never. All right, so I was using these ones, and I was actually, and I can, how do I can never remember how to scroll around in this thing. I had this selected. Zoom into that. Like F key, F does not find. I am the worst at this. Center selection. Ah, there we go. Yeah, those are the colors I was doing. I didn't should not have double clicked on that. What did that do? Go back. Okay, undo toggle fill. So, color, I found the, can I not view the color from here? I just want to get the color out. On Photoshop, I just tap and it gives it to me. Where can I see my color lists inside of colors? Colors, anyone? How can I not view the color? What's the pixel thing? Screen something? It's inside utilities. Am I not up in my utilities folder? Digital color meter. My old friend. That's not gonna give me 3, 218. Can I do the? I can do these from bytes. Isn't there a byte way? Let's add a way to do it from bytes. from, and we do, I just want to make sure I get it in the right order. Oops. Ah, I did something wrong. Copy and pasted wrong. Alright, so we're going to add this in here because this is going to be useful. Not everybody is going to get it the same way from their designers. And we're going to do byte. Alright. This will do color dot red, green, blue, 1. Or 255, I mean. Alright. New color. This is going to be red divided by 255. Green divided by 255. Actually, I wonder if I should do it this way. Equals red divided by 255. Green. Well, why it's, oh, because it can only happen in a constructor. Red, green, blue divided by 255. Alpha divided by 255. There we go. Now I can make those match the old colors. And those old colors, I did the wrong one again. Right, just 3. Okay, now let's go get the other one. That was the full color. That's progress. It only used fill 11, right? Oh, wrong one. I am failing today, guys. I am sorry. Alright, I like it. And these ones had the same color, I think. Alright, so let's, oh, I should have just checked. We were hot reloading. And I clicked out. Alright, so Skia control sample. My from bytes does not work. Everything is black. Will that do it? Or actually, If I make... We'll try that first. That I can't hot reload. Doesn't know how to do that. So that one I actually do need to stop and start. Get these colors going. And then I think we'll be done with styles on that, and we'll write a style to make sure it works or change it elsewhere. That's looking right. Yay! So pretty. Do we do the slider shape? Really tempted. That's only going to work on the Skia ones. We still could do it. Alright, let's look at this thumb thing. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong thing. Slider handler. Let's go check out our thumb generation, or where we draw the thumb. I think it's just hard code to a circle. Instead of doing that, we could grab a shape. And I have the rectangle that we want it to be. I could make it put the shape into that size. That's right, we're going to leave it as is. Be fun, but we're not going to do it. All right, so now that we have styles working on this, this should let us jump over to our, let's bring up our, let's debug, bring that back up. Oops, wrong VS. We're going to slide this over. That right there, only partially covered by chat. I really need to fix that chat stuff so it will fade. I can't remember what that is. I remember now. All right, so we'll go there. Sorry, multitasking. I want to fix that overlay while I'm on here. It's all done through Stream Elements. Let's go check out this sample. Let's go to Window. Just close everything. My right click will work. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Resize that a little bit. There we go. Let's right click, close all files. We'll jump into our styles, our sample. Platforms, yeah, samples, sample. That should be loaded. Let's go to our SK control sample. Now on our slider, we should be able to do dot track color. Hey, that worked. Or progress color. That's perfect. I like it. Now we're swapping out colors, and we can implement this theme stuff, which that we'll want to do. And we probably should now go do the material style for this. Okay, so I just want to go to my... I went to the wrong place. Why did I go to my... Okay, I want to go to my overlays and change out my overlays. All right, so let's go do the style stuff. They totally changed out the look and feel of this from like when I did this like 10 minutes ago. Isn't that stream elements I'm using? Oh well, I'll fight that later. Let's go do style. Inside of style, we have material. Material goes through and sets everything up based off these color palettes, which is really, really awesome. The question now is, which color matches. So from here, let's go material.io.design. All right, sliders. I'm just wondering if it tells me colors. Wow, I only have one slider. And I don't have any of the dots. Building controls are hard. I'm just wondering colors. Okay. We go to research colors. Build a material theme. I think this is where I go. That shows me all the existing themes. Nope, that's not helping. Resources. Color tool. Why are there so many ways to do color stuff in here? All right, this is what I'm looking for. So, how come on this one they do purple, then they do another color? Like, where'd that color come from? So what I should try and do is take the color thing, see if we can make it fit. Oh, that got smaller. Got it. All right. Oh, so they did like the purple is the primary, right? Maybe I shouldn't have just clicked I got it, because I don't got it. Maybe they did purple as the second, then the secondary they did that light teal or something. Not quite, but better. But it does have a slider there. What color did they use there? Is that right? I don't want the one where I can change everything up. I just want to know what their typical color would be. Alright, so we know what that color is. Where did I get all the colors from originally? At some point when I was building this, I got all of the colors and their actual values. And then I filled them all out. Here. Color system. Alright, this is what I found before. So this is what they did. This is that default. That's that 200. So they have primary, primary variant, then secondary. And I haven't done anything with secondary stuff yet. Oh, that's going to get tricky for these styles. So if there's a secondary, it's going to use different colors completely. If there is no secondary, what's the colors going to be for a slider? What range? So if the primary is purple and the secondary is this, I want to know which number to pick out because that's how these styles are designed, which makes it really nice. I'm trying to remember how I found those before. So we set up all the colors, then the material style. I say, hey, for these buttons, go get this. Nice, huh? It's really nice. I like that. Now I need to know what to put in here. All right. So slider style equals new what? Just slider. Control name. All right, so thoughts on finding those colors? Do I just go what they do on that secondary? I wonder if they can show us a slider without. Oops, no. That's not right. Components. I want this guy. Last time I double clicked on this, it took me into here. And so they're using that light color. Does that light color come close? It's that 200. Right? I need these both, these two. Yeah, that's that 200. So it does 250 or is that 100? We're gonna go with the 50. We're gonna say 250. Done. I like it. All right. Color pal. And I need to figure out how we're gonna ever do the secondary color and then how to selectively. We can probably set different styles to default to a secondary ones. We could do that. Let's stop this because that's not needed. All right, so thumb color equals color palette dot p 200. Oop, no, it's a comma, and then we're going to do the same thing for track color or progress. And then we say track color equals color palette dot p50. All right, so now let's remove the progress we added. Let's go turn on a style or two. See what happens. Now, unfortunately, since I still haven't done the app construct, we do all of this here. Oh, material style, blue, apply. All right, so those things should switch blue inside my Skia stuff now. I didn't know that was on. Now, well, it wouldn't have done anything before because we didn't have the slider on there. But now we have slider styles. That's blue. I do have to hot reload this since I don't have the app construct yet. I can't hot reload. Dog is barking. I wonder if packages are here. All right, so we'll try that again. I really do green. Let's do like purple. Something obvious. Yes, UPS just came. Oh no, it's just the mailman. All right. So let's check that again. Something's not right. What did I do wrong? All right. Go to declaration. This is going to apply. We are applying our slider style. Did something wrong. Thought I did those styles right. All right. So apply style. View is null, like it should be. I should have actually dug into that first. All right, so if we go to view dot environment dot dictionary, oh, that's supposed to have slider. No, that should be right. And what are those colors? Slider aware values color. Wait, that got applied a second time. Oh. This is what I was talking about with things overriding. Alright, that's bad. If this is done before the initial init, so I've been avoiding doing this. Oh, .ios.net. No, iOS UI .init. And I'm probably going to move that out of the namespaces. Okay, having that there, we'll fix that. So the init does a default style. We added it to where it does a default style. But actually, we can fix that too. No, the style's in common. That's not. Let's just try that, see if that fixes it. Because I just nulled them back out. Hey, now we have a purple nav bar. We didn't have that before. Whoa. You see that? Now we have a control state. We don't reset our control state. And if there's nothing set, all right, we're getting somewhere though. So we need to, I thought the control state defaulted to whatever the null was if you don't have anything else. Tricky. All right. And I don't have to fill it out for all the states. I shouldn't have to. So it's going to return null, which is fine, but then the null returns that default. What we need it to do, and maybe I didn't do that. Let's go to the color stuff. Can't hot reload this type part of the stuff, so let's just go to the color, material helpers, color extensions. All right, where we just added these. So this get color, it needs to only do it if the state and we just set these on the sets too. I think these actually by default should, background color doesn't, but everything else does. Actually, it can't because nothing can be inside of it because I had restricted it to only sliders. So, all right, so let's look at this. So on this set environment's great. Get environment with that state. What we need to do is do a fancier one. To where we do it first with state, no default. All right. That's what they all need to do. So what it'll do is it'll first check for that one. If it doesn't have that, it'll then go to the default color. If it doesn't have that default color, let's see if that fixes the track. Ah, this stuff's tricky. Tricky, tricky, guys. All right, so let's go to... It did. Oh, that's set. Throw comments in there, because at some point I'm gonna be like, what in the world? All right, so that should clean that up. That should look a lot nicer now. Our controls should not change colors randomly as we click on them. And then we'll check out a couple of these material styles just to make sure they look good. All right. Yay! Oh, that's so awesome. All right, so that's purple. Let's go back to our sample and do something fun. So now if I do the blue again, all right, so let's try that again. So the blue matches, not material. Let's check our Skia controls. It's now blue. It seems so light though. I wonder if I've got the colors wrong. Let's do a dark blue, one of the dark colors. Or do they call it deep? Oh, deep purple. And maybe we'll tap in and see what the buttons look like. Maybe they should be closer to a button. Those colors matched. Oh, no, they don't. Where did I get 200 from? Oh, no, I got it from here. Okay, so let's look at the colors. The 50 or 100. Let's try that 500, because those just look so weak. It's too weak. Too weak. Nice thing is, though, it's really easy to do that. Inside of our material style, we'll just bump that number to, what are we saying? It's 500 or is that 700? We'll do the 500. All right, let's run that again. Minor color tweaking. And then from there, what if I should keep going today? If we should call it quits. All right, so Skia controls, that looks better. That looks a lot better. Nice, fast, and responsive. That's what I want until I leave the iPhone and then it stops. I wonder if the native one does that. Yes, it does too. There's a much bigger thumb on the native one. My track is big too though, because you can see how you can click out here and make it work. I did do that for my slider as well. Where's my slider? Oh, it's in Skia controls. Like you can click way over here and it jumps. Theirs doesn't jump though. That's right, I don't mind mine jumping. I even thought about letting you click here and letting it jump to there. They don't do that on mobile, and I don't know if I like that. I almost think that if you click here anywhere, it should jump to there. Thoughts? Anyone paying attention have thoughts on that? That's how it works in desktop apps, but not mobile because you don't have that same fine precision anyway, but still. It's alright. Thumbs work on mobile. Maybe we should do that as an option. So on mobile you can opt it does it, and then desktop it doesn't. Alright, so that looks a lot better. Let's commit all these slider style stuff. And don't want to. Why is it changing all that stuff? Don't care, don't care. Let's leave that on blue. Right, that looks good. That. Button style, yes. Style refactors, looking really good. All right. All right, perfect. Lots of comments. Push that up there. Let's disregard that. Let's now see if that pull request we did earlier can merge. Request, me pushing that up may have broken merging, automatic merging. Oh, has merge conflicts, of course. All right, so let's go to our branch merge and update from dev. Okay, let's open this up. Oh, we are going to definitely use incoming. And that's it there. Commit merge. Wasn't there two? I thought it showed one on app delegate too. Oh no, just slider handler. All right, we're good. All right, let's push that up. And we're just gonna merge it. We're not gonna wait for the build. I'm gonna be lazy. It's gonna build again as soon as I merge the pull request, so what's it matter? Yay, hearing notifications, merge was done. Got that. That's good. I like it. We've made some good progress today, guys. Good progress. Now that build's gonna go and build, make sure we're still good. I need to update docs at some point. I need to do one where I show people how to easily build and contribute their own controls. That's something I need to do at some point. Maybe I'll plan that out for doing something like that this week. All right. Well, I think I'm good for today. It's a good get me back into streaming. Nice, not too long of a stream. I did stream for a couple hours though. So it's a nice long time. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions or you want to contribute to Comet, there's the Discord. That's always hanging out and going on. Ask questions. Did I do a Discord command or just social? I don't know. There you go. Discord. Come join the Discord, hang out, ask questions, contribute. And I'm going to end that there. Thanks, guys. It was fun. See you guys later.